Welcome. This is the Tending Fire Men's Group podcast. And this is the first episode, the welcome episode. And it's really for men who are interested in joining the men's groups for Tending Fire. So if I've been in touch with you personally, or you've seen my website somehow, or you've heard it through the grapevine about Tending Fire men's groups, thank you for being here and listening to this welcome podcast. So this is something you can listen to if you're interested or you've already committed and you're getting ready to get started. So what do I tell people, when they call me and we have a quick chat? Hey, what's this all about? It's really about a place to get real, to be real and to get real, in that order, actually, to be real and then to get real. And I feel like you need to be real as a man. You need to have a space where you can say, hey, this is what's really going on underneath the surface. We have to maintain in our lives. And to do that, sometimes we have to wear a mask and just to get things done. But this is a place to be real, to slow down so that you can speed up, actually, to slow down, and get honest with yourself about how things are going in your life, what you really are thinking on a deeper level. So then you can write those things down and speak them out loud, and then have a group week after week that's going to hold you accountable to that deeper truth. And by holding you accountable, I mean just that you're in the space. It's going to do something. It's going to allow you to witness yourself, and for us to support you, me as the facilitator, and then the other men in the group, week after week, hearing your voice and what's really in your heart and in your gut, what you want in your life, and how you want to grow and improve. So that's really what it's all about. There's a structure, right? We meet in the morning time, either 7 a.m., 8 a.m., or 9 a.m. Eastern time. There are small groups of 4 men, and then I'm the fifth. I'm the facilitator. So I don't take time as a facilitator to get into my own story, my own issues. I just make sure things are moving along. And when I say moving along, there are five steps that we go through every week. That's the structure, the framework, so that it moves, it flows. It's not just us sitting there, not knowing how to conduct ourselves. So there's a quick pace to it, but it's also spacious. So it has both of those elements: that fire of movement and that water of openness and tranquility and peace and calm. So we start right on time, 7 o'clock Eastern, or 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock, whenever your scheduled time is, either Tuesday, Wednesday, or Thursday. At those times, show up right on time, on the top of the hour. So be ready a couple minutes before, and so you can show up and we can get started, because we start on time, we end on time. And when we start, we do a centering practice, and I'll talk about more in future episodes what that centering practice is. But basically, we just close our eyes, do some breathing, focus on an intention, gratitude, and we do some sound work, a sound practice to really ground ourselves in the body. And that's just a couple of minutes, 5 minutes max. Then we go around and everyone shares some gratitude. And again, I'll go into these elements more deeply in a future episode. Just want to give you the overall framework. What are you feeling grateful for today? And if you're not feeling grateful, how can you dig deep and find something that you're grateful for? And then from there, we take 5 minutes where I play some inspirational music, some music that's going to get you to connect to your vision. What it is that you are creating, who you're becoming, and what you stand for. Those are the core visioning questions. What am I creating? who am I becoming? What do I stand for? And you write about those questions, whatever comes up for you. It doesn't have to be a direct answer. It's just a prompt to get you going. It's a provocation, a catalyst. And then there's other um, focal points, which I'll talk about in later podcasts, themes of the month, like, why do I really care? Where's the desire? What's the energy source that I have to keep me healthy and strong so that I have the energy to do what I want to do? What about my task and time management? So on and so forth. So there's 6 themes of the month that we go into for that whole month, and we work on those questions. What am I creating? Who am I becoming? What do I stand for in the context of the theme of the month? So you do your writing for about 5 minutes with the music playing, and then we're set, we're focused. Everyone has done some deep thinking and writing, and then we come back, and every man has 10 minutes. Usually the first 3 to 5 minutes, is just your time to share without uninterrupted. And then the next 5 minutes or so, there's time for interaction, for feedback from me, some coaching questions, and then, feedback and encouragement, reflection from the other members of the group. So that's how it works. 10 minutes each, that's 40 minutes plus, 10 minutes of centering and gratitude. And then the last 10 minutes, we go into action. So we have about 5 minutes for action, where again, I put on some music for a couple of minutes, and you think about what is the one action that you're going to take this week. That you're going to be accountable for. You're going to tell us the next week, did I do it or did I not do it? And that's a really important practice, especially for men, to just say that without any story and without any excuse. I did it or I didn't do it. So that one action, you're going to take a lot of other actions as well, but you pick one action to be accountable for. And it's really profound. Me practicing that myself over the last couple of years, well, really, 5 years now, on and off, but in my steady men's group that I've been in most recently for over 2 years, practicing that, it's profound what a small practice like that can do. And then after that, we end our calls with inspiration. What is something that you said, you surprised yourself, you inspired yourself, or someone else said something that inspired you, or you had an insight while you were listening or while you were writing, and it inspired you. So we share our inspiration, and then we close again, just get centered for a last breath, to gather our energy and go off into the day, into the week. And then we, come back again the following week. So that's the structure. And it's here for you, if you're looking to take your game to the next level as a man, in the world, to realize that, it's time, to step it up in your own life. You feel that calling, and you have a sense that it's not just about, your work. It's not just about your relationship at home, with a partner or as a father. It's not just about any aspect of your life. It's about the whole thing as one. It's all interconnected, and at the root of it, it's about being a man in this world. And when we're doing this work together as men, it has a profound breakthrough effect. The impact is you break through. And so 6 months is really setting the foundation. You're going to have results, solid results, breakthrough results in the first 6 months, in the first week, in the first month, in the first 3 months. You're going to see results each and every week, things changing. And it's just the beginning. The first 6 months, you're really laying the foundation, the root system. One of the themes of the month is long-term planning and visioning. What's my legacy vision? However old you are now, you probably have at least 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 years left. You might have 80 years left, if you're thinking like that about your health. What legacy are you going to leave? We think like that in this group. And so after the first 6 months, it's an opportunity to take a step back and say, do I want to recommit, or is that enough? So it's a 6-month commitment, but after that, the journey continues. And for me, my vision in growing this Tending Fire men's group community connects with my nonprofit work, the Alliance for a Viable Future, and a vision that I've had for many years of building a retreat center. And now just bought the land a few months ago, and we're going to build our home, my family, here in the Berkshires, and start having retreats on the land. Maybe at even I'm planning to have a men's retreat here in September of 2021 for the first time. And so after that, we're going to be having retreats. Part of my background is doing Vision Quest and Sweat Lodge. So we get into those elements when we do the deep dive in-person aspects of the community building, when all the small groups are going to come together. That those things are optional. In a sense, it's all optional. You commit to 6 months, but sometimes you miss a week, but you got to get back in the flow, of course. But these are the things that I am seeing, as my path of leadership is unfolding. I'm seeing this men's community, this Tending Fire men's community, grow, through more deep dive retreats where we can go out in nature and really connect deeply to our calling and what's guiding us. That life force, that intelligence and wisdom in nature. So I think that's everything. Oh, just the last thing I want to say is why Tending Fire. And you'll see, I had a mentor who was talking about tending fire is like, the idea that you always need to be present. You always need to be practicing. You can't read a book and then be done with it. You can't just do yoga once and think that you're going to be stretched out for the rest of your life. You can't, be a crafts person and just do things once and then you're done. The tending fire idea is that you have to always be tending the fire of what you want to be growing in your life. So that's the idea, and it goes deeper and deeper. I'll talk about it more in future podcasts, but I think that's a good place to start for this welcome. And if you want to keep going into other episodes after this one, I'll see you there. Talk to you soon.